Well, Carmina Burana, this is a classic work that I'm sure it's great to sing. Have you sung Carmina Burana before?
I did sing it before at the Colored Music Festival in 2016 in Charleston, South Carolina. That was my very first time singing it and obviously falling in love with the piece.
Well, there you go, making your Opera Philadelphia debut with something that you basically started your career on.
Yes, for sure. It was actually a time, kind of a transition period for me when I sang Carmina Burana. I had just made the year before a professional-ish stage debut with a amazing young artist program, Martina Royal Foundation, singing Madama Butterfly. And the very next year was my first Carmina, so it's always great to do something you know.
I did look up your performance of Without the
Oh, wow.
performance, and that was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I was so glad to get to hear you in front because I'm in the chorus of these performances.
Yes.
So I'm going to be not in the audience view. I don't get the full audience resonance of the performance. Another thing that resonates both musically and conceptually and just powerfully in other ways is it's the piece that people know less in the program, but it opens it, and I think it's wonderful, and I've got things to say about it. But what do you think of Margaret Braun's and W.E.B. Du Bois' Credo?
I was speaking to a group of students earlier today, and we were also speaking about this. And what I have taken away from it is when I was researching the piece and why Margaret Braun wrote it, we know why. It was based off of poems that Langston Hughes wrote, who was a friend of hers. And so I'm like, wow, it's just so amazing to think that so many amazing people lived around the same time as you and I live together right now in this era. And we are making history, and we are using our platform to spread a message that is very important to change the world, which is what they did to bring us to where we are today, why we are able to sit here and do what we are doing here, right now. And I told the students, I said, look next to you and then look on the other side of you, because that's the next Langston Hughes, or that's the next W.E.B. Du Bois, or that's the next Margaret Braun. You just never know. And Margaret Braun took these pieces that Langston Hughes wrote and set them to amazing music. The music really reminds me of singing a spiritual.
Yes.
I grew up at Oakwood University singing with the Oakwood University AONs. So every day, rehearsals, trips on choir trips, we always sang music very similar to this. I even did Margaret Braun's He's Got the Whole World in His Hands, very first time in college. And I had to sing it a lot on several different concerts. But I love her music. I'm so happy that she didn't let her time and the ideas of her time conflict with her getting her message out and making sure it happened. The fact that she was Black, the fact that she was a female didn't stop her. Yes. She did what she was supposed to do.
I think I was trying to figure out a way to sum up my feelings about Credo, and I think I've landed on the word affirmative.
I like it.
It's an affirmative start. And we're doing this on the first weekend of February.
Yeah.
It's an affirmative start to Black History Month.
For sure. And, I'm so glad that we are doing it now. Yes, we know it should have been done when she was alive. I really wish she could have seen, all of the reactions to her music being done in so many places.
Her last work, wasn't it?
I don't know.
It was the last one. Last work.
Wow.
I one of her last work.
Wow. Yeah, and now we're doing it today. But you know what? There is a big part of me that wants to believe that even on her deathbed, she knew this day was going to come. Mm-hmm. There's no way that what I did was going to go in vain.
Absolutely. Well, that is a good closer to our conversation. And if that's not convincing enough for you to come and see Margaret Braun's Credo and Hal Orp's Carmina Burana, go on time for the show. You do not want to miss Credo. That is, I think, a very important part of this performance that is not to be missed. And it is at the Academy of Music on February 3rd and 5th. Thanks so much for watching and for listening. And thanks for being here, Brandie.
Oh, my absolute pleasure. Thank you.